Right, so I like to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work and truth and sincerity. So, real quick, that was a lot of brothers bringing this event up that happened with this Jake. So ultimately, what happened is that when Jake's sentencing came down in the court, he hopped over, he leaped over the defense table to get to the judge. And if you look at the video, if you watch the video, Jake was over there trying to beat her ass, man. That's Jake was over there trying to hand her down. And what I want to say also, man, it's not going to be a long video. I hope brothers don't get offended over the fact that this might not be a long video. However the spirit take us, and how long the video will be is through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shai. But also I'm at work too, so Lord willing, man, don't get offended over how short the video will be, man. Because you got some brothers out there that get offended over a short video, but but ultimately, Jake leaped over the defense table, attacked the judge. But if look at the sentencing that they're trying to give Jake, man, that goes to show you that there's no mercy in the land. See, if Jake would have done that shit to anybody else, if he would have done that shit to a peon Edomite, Jake would have got a lesser sentence. If Jake would have done that to another Jake, it would have been a lesser sentence, man. Right? And when I say a peon Edomite, I'm talking about a Edomite or a so-called white person that's not a judge, right? Or a Jake, or whether if it was a Jake that was a judge or not a judge, he would have got less sentence. Man, they're trying to give this man attempted murder, man. Attempted murder. That's some years. I think that's like 15 to 20 years in prison. You can actually Google it, man. They're trying to get this man attempted murder on top of other charges. There's no mercy in the land for Jake whatsoever, man. Let me read this real quick. So this is on the Newsbreak. It's an article. And it says, man faces attempted murder charge after attacking judge in Nevada courtroom. This is attempted murder charge, man. This is an attempted murder charge. Hey, she got up when she got up off the courtroom floor, man. She didn't have a bruise on her, man. There was not a bruise on her face, because when Jake jumped over, leaped over to get her, and he was trying to hit her, he had to deal with the dudes that was in the suits that was around him. So they snatched him up pretty quickly before he could really, do some damage, man. So when she got up, man, she threw her hair back, but you don't see that there was a bruise on her ass, man. So, hey, some brothers were saying, man, they wish they saw, some blood on her face or something. But she didn't have a bruise, and they trying to hit Jake with attempted murder charge, man. So it says, Salakia, if I say this name wrong, I think Deborah Delone Redden, 30, has been charged. Salakia, if I say his name wrong, has been charged with attempted murder and other offenses after attacking a judge in Nevada courtroom. The incident occurred on January 3rd and was captured on courtroom security video. During the attack, Redden leaped over the defense table, assaulted Judge Mary K. Holvis, Salakia if I'm saying that wrong, and caused her injuries that required hospital treatment. Man, she got up, man. She didn't have a bruise on her face, man. She didn't have a bruise on her face. It required hospital treatment. Hey, but Jake, it's a possibility, man. Jake probably, did some damage on her. But if you watch the video, man, you can see, man, that she wasn't hurt, man. She wasn't hurt because even though Jake had some time to leak over and try to attack her, man, them so-called white dudes was on Jake, man, like white on rice, man. And it says, courtroom, Michelle Shane, Brendan subdued Raiden but was injured in the process, along with a correction officer and a law clerk. Hey, these men would turn around and hit the desk. They would hit the desk on accident. Hey, they would hit the chair because this is just what they would do, man. I remember when I used to be in the world, I was going to Norwoods, and I was actually on probation. And man, we was in the world. We was fucking up, man. Don't use that against the brother. But I was coming out of the school, and my probation officer was in the school, and she tried to grab me. And when I ran, I was actually able to get away, go out the door. And even though they still caught me, they was trying to hit me with an assault charge on her. I didn't even assault her, but she hit the door, man. She hit the damn door. And because she hit the door, they was trying to hit me with an assault charge on a police officer. But she ended up not pressing charges, man, for her being hit by the door. By the time the door even hit her, I was already outside, man. So I'm telling you, cops, what these people would do, man, they would try to hit you with every fucking charge they possibly can. If they bump into a desk, if they bumped into the chair, if they bumped into the wall, they try to hit you with everything known to man. I'm telling you. And that's what they're doing to Jake, man. There's just no mercy. So let me grab this scripture real quick. They trying to get Jake locked up for some years on that shit. But that's what they do to Jake, man. There's no mercy for Jake here in this kingdom. Hosea 4:1, it says, hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. They not giving Jake no mercy for that shit. No mercy for that shit. That man hopped over the desk, and they trying to hit that man with every charge known to man. They said they gonna hit him with a attempted murder charge on top of other charges. And then, you got these other people, detention officers, and, these guys that's in a courtroom that had to subdue him, that also got hurt in the process of getting him off her, man. If Jake even got a hit in there. Because I'm telling you, if you watch the video, man, she got up like she wasn't even hurt, man. Now, it could be a possibility that, because her adrenaline was running and she was so scared that she probably didn't notice that she was hurt, which is always a possibility. But, again, when you look at the video, man, she didn't have a bruise on her damn face, right? You couldn't tell whether or not she had bruises on her arms or her body because, they wear that black type of dress type deal. But come on, man, let's be real, man. They just trying to hit Jake with everything known to man. Because like I said, man, even when I was in the world and I dipped out from that cop, they was trying to hit me with an assault charge, and the door hit her ass, man. The door hit her ass. I was already, because there was two doors, man. It was two doors, right? It was a security door and then the first door that you come in. I was when she grabbed me, I was able to get her hand off my arm, so I ran through the security door and then I ran through the front door. She was barely coming out of the security door while I was already damn near at Long John Silver, man. But because the door hit her, they wanted to get me. They wanted to press charges on me for the door hitting her, man. Right? But she never followed through with the charge, man. So, and it just goes to show you, man, they don't be trying to show Jake no mercy here, man. Jake, no mercy at all. So again, Hosea 4:1, it says, hear the word of Yahweh, you children of Israel, for Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. What Jake got to understand too, man, is that these devils, they hate you, man. So if it's possible for them to hit you with any charge possible known to man, they're going to do it, man. Because it's that hatred that they have. When you go into the book of Ezekiel, yeah, I was shocked, man, when I came across this article, man, of Jake getting hit with an attempted murder charge. Because a lot of times, like, when you get hit with an attempted murder charge, it's because you're literally trying to murder that person, and then that's like when a person gets shot and they live through getting shot, you're gonna get hit with an attempted murder because you tried to kill him. Or if you try, like, if you're in a domestic violence dispute, and they see that you grabbed her by the neck and she got bruises on her neck, right? It's a possibility that they can hit you with an attempted murder charge because they could see that you tried to choke her. So they could hit you with that because they see that you tried to choke her. So, you know, they could hit you with something like that. Or, you know, attempted murder charges can come in all ways. But this man, let's be honest, man, all he was trying to do was beat her ass, man. So they can hit him with, like, you know, I believe assault and or battery, but they're trying to get this man with everything. Attempted murder, man. So let's go back to this. Just the title alone, man. Man faces attempted murder charge after attacking a Nevada courtroom, right? So going to this Ezekiel, going to this Ezekiel 35, 35 and 5, the scripture says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and a perpetual hatred is continual hatred. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. So let's get this in a different translation. So this is a translation that I like to get, man, is the NIV or the NLT. So it says, let me get the NIV. Because you harbored an ancient hostility, and that ancient hostility comes from Genesis the 27th chapter. Esau said, when my father dies, then would I slay you with the sword. I think that's Genesis the 27th chapter. So it says, because you harbored an ancient hostility and delivered the Israelites over to the sword at the time of their calamity, the time their punishment reached its climax. NLT, it says, your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them. God, look at that, man. And when you butcher something, man, you could butcher something in multiple ways, man. You could butcher somebody by way of, you know, the sword, the knife, or whatever, you know, and you could just butcher them by way of creating these laws, man, right? These laws that works against them. It says, your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for all their sins. This is the ESV. Because you cherished perpetual enmity and gave over the people of Israel to the power of the sword at the time of their calamity, at the time of their final punishment. So I want to go back to that Hosea 4:1 before I end it. Hosea 4:1. So it says, hear ye the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth nor mercy or knowledge of the Most High in the land. So let's get that in a different translation. So this is the NIV. It says, hear the word of Yahweh, you Israelites, because Yahweh has a charge to bring against you, who lived in the land. There is no faithfulness, no love, no knowledge of the Most High in the land. It says, hear the word of Yahweh, people of Israel. It says, Yahweh has brought charges against you, saying there is no faithfulness, no kindness, no knowledge of the Most High in your land. Now, again, you know, the majority of these scriptures, and we mentioned this before, is ultimately talking about you Israelites, right? How you don't have no knowledge, how you don't have no truth or mercy. It's really talking about y'all. But twofold, you can use that here in America, because guess what? There's no knowledge of the Most High in the land. The majority of, there was a guy walking around, and like, he was just walking around in populated areas telling people to quote one scripture, and the majority of the people that he came across couldn't, right? So that's no knowledge, right? That's no knowledge in the land of the Most High. If it wasn't for the Lord waking up the men that teach today, right, and going out in the highways and byways and teaching His word, there wouldn't really be no truth in the land at all, man. But the truth is coming from these men that the Lord put the Spirit on to teach this word, to bring this word out. And then the mercy, there's no mercy, because look, Jake is about to get hit with an attempted murder charge, right? And then if you look at the situation too, like if you go back, well, I want to say maybe like around 50, 60 years ago, you know, this, even now, man, they still doing it now. The charges that they would charge Esau with, right, and they would give these so-called white people a less sentence than they would Jake, and Jake would have committed the same crime. And there's videos on YouTube that you can go to, clips where it shows you a white person committing the same criminal actions that a so-called black person would have committed and get a different charge. Now, yes, different states have, you know, when you look at the states, the laws are different. Even the judgments that come down are different. But regardless of the fact, you cannot be in the same state and get a higher charge for an action that was committed by a different race than you are. But that's what happens, man. So again, it says, Hosea 4:1, hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. It says, with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So, other than that, man, you know, Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. I hope this was a long enough video for, you know, for the brothers that are offended over short videos. And but I'm gonna end it from there and say, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakako Dashtabo, and the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom.